Hi, I'm Steph Ritz. Welcome to day 21 of our 30-day writing challenge. Today's question is, when did you make someone's life a bit better? Now, let me tell you, as a caregiver who has spent most of my life dedicated to other people, never put myself first. The first adult decision I made for myself was moving to the Redwoods just 2 years ago. Everything else, there was always someone else in the forefront, someone else's needs that I was considering more than my own. And so when I looked at today's question this morning and said, oh no, when did I make someone's life a bit better? I found it almost hilarious, because that's kind of what I'm all about. So the thought and the idea and the story thread that came forward was when I was in college. I worked at a daycare for a little while. I was that person who worked in every single room, knew every student, every parent in the space, and filled in wherever was needed. And one of the times that I filled in over my spring break, I became a one-on-one aide for a 4-year-old boy with autism. His regular nurse's aide had gone on to a vacation and was with her daughter and not there. And so I was there. And I was there every single day with him for a week. And what happened in that week, in less than a week, was that he became fully potty trained. So this little boy was so upset to still be in diapers, to have to make a mess of himself and then be cleaned up. And he was 4 and really aware of it. And so every time he'd get really upset, right? He was talking to me. He might not have been using words, he might not have been clear, but his message was extremely obvious. Make this stop happening. And so I taught him sign language. I taught him a sign to use with my hands, and instead of making the sign, he pushed my hand into the sign for bathroom and then pulled on my hand to go. And it was always the same. And what I found amazing was that just 2 or 3 days after we started working with this, his mom came up to me at school and said, well, I've never seen him do this. What does this mean? Like, he keeps pulling on my hand and pulling me to the bathroom. And I was like, your son's potty trained. He's trying to communicate with you exactly what he needs. And sometimes it's just the help with his pants or a couple other things, because he's a kid with autism. It's not all easy for him. But at least he figured out how to communicate the one thing that was upsetting him more than anything else in days. And so his mom figured it out, and she then took care of it and made sure that would happen. And then we took the message to his school, where he was most of the time, part-time daycare, part-time school. And everyone, within a week, his entire universe was understanding this one boy's request to go to the bathroom. It seems like such a little thing, but it was the one thing I told my grandma I never wanted to do, right? Like, I would be her caregiver as long as I possibly could, as long as I didn't have to change any diapers or wipe her ass. Like, it's just the way it was, like, we all have our limits. I've wiped tons of baby butts. However, it was just a little different when it comes to grandma. So when is it that you made someone's life a little bit better? When is it that you saw or you heard or you felt something at a level that no one else was seeing, and that little bit really made all the difference? Again, I'm Steph Ritz. Give this a like, give a comment, and write.